Costume is a huge part of building up a film's world and its characters. It's especially important in films with a historical setting, and it's easy to take for granted that some of the things we might wear when the film is being made didn't exist in the time the film is set. With this in mind, we're taking a look at 10 costume mistakes that you may have missed in popular films. Wait, before you get started, make sure to click the red button to subscribe for more great movie content. Can you guess which movie this is from the emojis? Let us know in the comment section below. The answer will be revealed at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Captain America, the First Avenger. The first of the 3 Captain America movies, The First Avenger, details Steve Rogers' backstory, from a sickly New Yorker to the super soldier we all know and love. The movie is set during World War II. In the film, Jim Morrison is a soldier who was captured by Hydra and then freed by Captain America. He joins him in fighting Red Skull's forces, and under his hat he can be seen wearing a headset. We know we're talking about a series with superheroes and super science here, but that sort of headset wasn't invented until year 2000, just a few years out. Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark was the first of the iconic Indiana Jones films and was also set during World War II. Jones and company are trying to stop the Nazis from getting a hold of the Ark of the Covenant, a biblical artifact which would make them unstoppable in the war. When in Cairo, a man in jeans and a t-shirt can be seen walking around in the background, and he looks more than just a little out of place. Around 20 years out of place, in fact, as jeans didn't become a staple of regular fashion until the 1950s. Possible time traveler or just a lost member of the crew?
Baby, oh, baby.
Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing is an 80s icon and remains one of the most beloved dance films ever made.
I carried a watermelon.
Set in the summer of 1963, the film is about Baby, a young woman who falls for her holiday resort's dance instructor, Patrick Swayze, Johnny, as she becomes his dance partner. Baby has some iconic outfits, and a few times she wears jean shorts. The problem is that these didn't come into fashion until much later in the decade, and they didn't really become fashionable to wear until the 1980s, like the time the film was made. Still, shorts are probably way more comfortable to dance in than skirts. Braveheart. Braveheart was kind of polarizing due to its retconning of Scottish history. Set in the late 1200s, it follows William Wallace, a Scottish warrior who led the Scots against the English in the First War of Scottish Independence. Wallace is depicted as wearing 2 very famous aspects of Scottish costume: woad and the kilt. Yet these came from 2 different time periods and would never have been worn together. Woad is the name given to the blue paint worn by the ancient Scots, known as the peats. By the 13th century, the practice had gone away. The kilt, on the other hand, wasn't worn until the 16th century. Talk about stereotyping. The other, Boleyn girl. Having spent most of her time in the French court, Anne Boleyn was fond of French fashion and is best known for popularizing the French hood, a type of bonnet which showed the front of the hair and had a black veil on the back to cover the hair. Showing hair was not considered proper at the time. Yet in the other Boleyn girl, Natalie Portman's portrayal of Anne would be seen with the hood with no veil. In real life, doing that would have had some serious repercussions to a lady's reputation, even for a queen who pushed boundaries. Nice as her hair was, it just should have been covered.
You are just so... That cork just got away from me.
Pearl Harbour. 1940s fashion is remembered pretty favorably for the nice dresses, the hair, and all that stuff. You know what it wasn't remembered for? Bare legs. Pearl Harbour, which was set in 1941, shows women who are wearing no stockings with their skirts. This just wasn't acceptable for women to do that yet, so no group of women would be seen out like it. As well as that, seamed stockings especially were just the fashionable thing. They were so fashionable that in England, when rationing meant that stockings stopped being produced, women would stain and paint their legs to make it look like they had stockings on. That is some dedication to fashion.
We know each other.
The Doors. The Doors was a biographical film about the rock band from the 1960s and 70s of the same name, focusing on their singer Jim Morrison and the rock and roll lifestyle that led to his early death at the age of 27. Throughout the movie, he wears a type of aviator sunglasses produced by Ray-Ban, which only began to be produced from the late 80s. The problem is that Morrison died in 1971, way too early to have been able to get his hands on a pair. It's only a small detail, but sunglasses are well documented to trip up films set in the past.
$12,000.
Well, gentlemen, you have my curiosity.
Django Unchained. In another case of sunglasses being a pain, Django Unchained finds itself getting caught out. Set in the late 1850s, the film deals with issues of slavery and focuses on Django, a recently freed slave who becomes a bounty hunter and journeys across the Old West searching for his wife. Django is frequently seen wearing sunglasses. They are the ideal accessory for the sun and the dust of the Old West. Unfortunately, he's rocking those glasses a little prematurely as they were not invented until 1929. We guess we shouldn't be ruling out the possibility that Django invented them on the lowdown.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Curse of the Black Pearl. The first of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies is generally dated to sometime around or before 1720, though the exact time is debatable and a little inconsistent. The film shows Navy soldiers wearing red coats, something that they didn't do. The Navy have almost consistently worn navy because why would they be wearing any other color? It's perfectly named. They didn't wear red until much, much later, and even then it wasn't all that common. That being said, it was a swashbuckling pirate film, and we were a little too busy looking at Captain Jack to even notice these guys. Back to the Future. Going back to 1955 led to a very confusing musical paradox over the song Johnny Be Good. But if you can wrap your head around it, there are other confusing matters about that scene. When Marty McFly starts playing with the band, he does so with a very cool ES-345 model Gibson guitar. Yet this guitar wasn't actually produced until 1958. 3 years after the scene is set. As the guitar is already there, we have to go on the theory that there was already a time traveler in Hill Valley High at the time, or, that it was just an easy mistake to make. Well, that's all we've got time for today, but before you go, make sure to let us know about any costume mistakes that you've noticed in your favorite movies. And don't forget to like this video and click the subscribe button for more great content. The movie emoji was, well, did you get it right? Let us know. From us at Screen Rant, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hey guys, we wanted to give a huge shout out to our new friends, Super Kids. Honestly, these kids are so much fun to watch, so please click on the link in the description to check out their videos now. They're new to YouTube, so please give them a warm welcome by subscribing to their channel.